Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, General Hospital Diaries. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. General Hospital spoilers suggest that the spotlight is shifting between two powerful figures, Sonny Corinthos and the intimidating Jen Sidwell. There are whispers circulating that Sidwell might not just be causing trouble for Sonny. He could be planning to take his throne. With eerie similarities between their worlds and a showdown brewing, fans are wondering, could Sidwell be the new kingpin? Is Sonny's reign as the mob boss coming to a close? Say it's not true. Looking into Sidwell's past, it's clear there are striking parallels to Sonny's story. Ruthless deals, hidden networks, and a knack for bending the rules. Does that sound familiar? Sidwell's history is full of chaos and underworld dealings that rival Sonny's decades of navigating danger. Both men dominate in the gray areas, commanding loyalty and fear alike. But while Sonny has built his empire on coffee imports and peer politics, Sidwell brings a global influence just as murky. Could Sidwell be a twisted mirror of Sonny's past, or a preview of the one who may soon take his place? Sidwell didn't just come to Port Charles for the view. He's got his eyes set on Sonny, and it's personal. Rumor has it he's plotting to take down Sonny's peer operation, piece by piece, aiming to erase the Corinthos name. Sidwell could push Sonny to his limits, perhaps even triggering that heart attack fans have been dreading. And that firebomb at Sonny's penthouse? Some fans suspect Sidwell, believing he's not just here to compete. He's here to destroy. This isn't a friendly rivalry. It's a full-blown war, and Sidwell is playing for keeps. Of course, Sidwell might be more than just a one-off villain. He could be Sonny's successor. Consider this, since Nixon Falls, Sonny has toned down the mobster persona, focusing more on family drama than gunfights. General Hospital spoilers suggest that Ava Jerome may be poised to turn the tables on Christina Corinthos Davis, using her latest questionable actions against Sonny Corinthos. If this doesn't push Sonny to take a firm stand with his wayward daughter, then nothing will. Eva holds the cards after Christina's attempt to harm her by tampering with her car's brake line. However, Christina's actions nearly lead to a tragic accident involving Rick Lansing and Elizabeth Weber, and it appears she will have nowhere to run when Ava comes after her. Ava wisely had a mechanic look into her damaged vehicle, and what he uncovered was a game-changer. Once Ava learned that the brake line had indeed been cut, she was practically on cloud nine. In a way, she had just hit the jackpot, because now she holds the evidence to use against Sonny and Christina. Rick remembers seeing Christina at the scene of the crash, but she told a different story to his daughter, Molly Lansing Davis. Christina claimed she was in the stockroom at the time of the incident. It's likely that Rick will do whatever it takes to use this information to his advantage, especially after consulting with Ava. Together, they will soon realize that Christina is at the center of yet another mess. When Ava shares the revelation about the cut brake line, Rick will become even more suspicious of Christina's involvement. Both Ava and Rick are sharp enough to understand that Christina targeted the wrong car, given that Rick's car was parked in Ava's spot. This situation could serve Ava well in her ongoing custody battle over her daughter, Every Corinthos, against Sonny. Ava had hoped that Sonny might offer her a financial settlement, but instead, he tried to limit her custody time, resulting in the contentious situation they now face. The revelation that Ava has been secretly manipulating events behind the scenes has sent shockwaves through Port Charles. Known for her cunning and self-preservation, Ava's latest scheme marks a new low, even for her. Sources within the hospital confirm that Ava has acquired information that could irreparably damage Sonny's empire and personal life. This information revolves around Sonny's recent memory loss and subsequent actions during his time in Nixon Falls, specifically his relationship with Nina Reeves. While Sonny has regained his memories and returned to his life in Port Charles, the details of his time as Mike continue to haunt him. Ava, ever the opportunist, has discovered the full extent of Sonny's actions, including specific details about his intimate relationship with Nina and the impact it had on Phyllis Caulfield and Lenny Caulfield. She understands that exposing these details could shatter Sonny's marriage to Carly Corinthos, erode his authority within the mob, and expose him to vulnerabilities that his enemies could exploit. Ava's motives for blackmailing Sonny are complex and deeply rooted in her own desires for security. Since the tragic death of her daughter, Kiki Jerome, Ava has been haunted by guilt and a desperate need to protect those she holds dear, primarily her daughter Avery Corinthos. She believes that by wielding influence over Sonny, she can ensure Avery's safety and future stability, especially given the inherent dangers of Sonny's lifestyle. Furthermore, Ava has always harbored a deep-seated resentment towards the Corinthos family, particularly Carly, whom she blames for many of the misfortunes in her life. This blackmail plot offers Ava a chance to strike back at Carly and the entire Corinthos clan, reclaiming some of the power she feels they have unjustly taken from her. The initial confrontation between Ava and Sonny was a masterclass in veiled threats and subtle power dynamics. Ava, outwardly concerned for Avery's well-being, skillfully alluded to the information she possessed, making it clear to Sonny that his silence and cooperation were paramount. Sonny, ever vigilant and protective of his family, immediately understood the gravity of the situation. He knows that Ava is not one to make idle threats, and the potential ramifications of her exposing his secrets are devastating. Sonny's immediate response has been to try and placate Ava, while simultaneously investigating how she obtained the information and assessing the true extent of her leverage. He has instructed his trusted lieutenant, Brick, to discreetly gather intelligence on Ava's activities and identify any potential weaknesses in her plan. However, Sonny is walking a tightrope. He needs to keep Ava appeased to prevent her from acting rashly, while also preparing for a potential showdown if negotiations fail. The situation is further complicated by the presence of Nina Reeves in Port Charles. While Sonny is trying to protect Carly from the truth about his relationship with Nina, he is also drawn to Nina's vulnerability and the undeniable connection they share. Ava is keenly aware of this dynamic and is likely to exploit it to her advantage. The potential for Nina to become a pawn in Ava's game is very real, and Sonny must navigate his feelings for both Carly and Nina with extreme caution. Meanwhile, the animosity between Ava and Christina Corinthos Davis continues to fester. Their relationship has always been strained, primarily due to Christina's loyalty to her mother, Alexis Davis, and Ava's history of manipulation and deception. Christina views Ava as a toxic influence in the lives of those she cares about, particularly her niece, Avery. The recent revelation of Ava's scheme to blackmail Sonny has only solidified Christina's negative perception of her. Christina has become increasingly vocal about her concerns regarding Avery's proximity to Ava. She fears that Ava's lifestyle and association with criminal elements could expose Avery to danger and negatively impact her development. Christina has even confided in her mother, Alexis, about her worries, expressing a desire to protect Avery from Ava's influence. This growing tension has led to several heated confrontations between Ava and Christina. During one such exchange at the Metro Court, Christina accused Ava of being a manipulative and dangerous woman who is unfit to be a mother. Ava, in turn, lashed out at Christina, accusing her of being judgmental and interfering in matters that do not concern her. The confrontation escalated to the point where security had to intervene to prevent a physical altercation. However, the true danger lies in the possibility that Ava may see Christina as a threat to her plans and decide to eliminate her. Ava has a long history of resorting to extreme measures to protect her interests, and she is not afraid to silence those who stand in her way. Christina's unwavering loyalty to her family and her determination to protect Avery could make her a prime target for Ava's wrath. The question remains, will Ava resort to drastic measures to silence Christina and ensure her blackmail scheme remains successful? Sources close to the Corinthos family believe that Christina could unwittingly uncover crucial information about Ava's plans, making her an even greater threat in Ava's eyes. The potential for a deadly confrontation between Ava and Christina is looming, and the consequences could be devastating for the entire Corinthos family. Furthermore, the news of Ava's blackmail has sent ripples through the Port Charles underworld. Other mob bosses, including Vincent Novak and Basima, are watching closely to see how Sonny will handle the situation. They recognize that Sonny's vulnerability could create an opportunity for them to challenge his authority and expand their own operations. The power vacuum that could result from Sonny's downfall could lead to a bloody turf war that would engulf the entire town. The residents of Port Charles are holding their breath as they wait to see how this tangled web of secrets, lies, and betrayals will blackmail material. Ava now has the leverage to demand more from Sonny, both financially and in terms of fair custody. With Ava on the offensive, Christina won't see what's coming. It's been several days, and Rick remains unconscious at General Hospital, showing no signs of regaining consciousness. Ava feels deep regret over their argument before the accident and desperately pleads for Rick to open his eyes. However, Rick remains in critical condition, and his future remains uncertain. Spoilers reveal that Ava receives some surprising information. Does she also pay Elizabeth a visit to learn what happened during the accident? Elizabeth, who is recovering better than Rick, with only some minor injuries and a broken leg, is in a position to answer. If Ava asks, will Elizabeth explain that Rick attempted to break, but it appeared as though someone had tampered with them? If Ava discovers that Rick's brakes were compromised, will she put the pieces together and suspect Christina was involved, mistakenly thinking it was her own car? Meanwhile, Jason and Carly are still at odds over her relationship with Jack, which Carly finds increasingly difficult to accept. Carly is usually quick to address any tension with Jason, but this situation has her struggling. She knows she has to make things right between them. To fix things, Carly visits Jason in the Quartermain kitchen, urging him to see things from her perspective. She wants Jason to understand that Jack is not a threat, but Jason remains steadfast in his belief that Jack could lead to Carly's downfall. Jocelyn thinks she's earning points with Jack when she tells him she noticed someone passing a note to Vaughn, even though Vaughn isn't supposed to be involved in any fieldwork. Jack takes her information seriously and insists that she swear by her account of what happened. Teasers hint that Jocelyn is about to discover her future. Was her coffee shop outing a test? Maybe Vaughn's interaction with the croissant was all part of a trick to see if Jocelyn was sharp enough to notice. Did she pass the test? Is she ready to take on a full role as a super spy? The intricate web of relationships, secrets, and betrayals that define the lives of Port Charles residents is said to become even more tangled. To understand the potential impact of Ava's newfound information, it's crucial to examine her complex past and her current standing in Port Charles. Ava's journey has been a turbulent one, marked by manipulation, scheming, and a desperate desire for acceptance and love. From her involvement with the Jerome crime family to her various ill-fated romances, Ava has consistently found herself embroiled in dramatic situations. More recently, Ava has sought redemption, focusing on her marriage to Nicholas Cassadine and her co-parenting relationship with Sonny Corinthos regarding their daughter, Avery. However, her past actions continue to haunt her, making her a prime target for enemies and a vulnerable pawn in ongoing power struggles. Could Ava's past be directly linked to the intel she's about to uncover? It's a distinct possibility, Perhaps she stumbled upon a long-buried secret connected to the Jerome family's criminal activities, or maybe she's inadvertently exposed a dark secret related to one of her former lovers. The most immediate speculation surrounds Nicholas Cassadine. Nicholas has been presumed dead for quite some time, only to dramatically reappear, further complicating Ava's life and her relationship with those around her. His own history is riddled with deception and questionable alliances, making him a fertile ground for potential secrets. With Nicholas currently out of the picture, could Ava's discovery shed light on his whereabouts? Did he fake his death? Is he being held captive? Or, perhaps more dramatically, did someone orchestrate his disappearance? The uncertainty surrounding Nicholas's fate has been a lingering plot point, and Ava's intel could provide the key to unlocking this mystery. Perhaps she'll find evidence that contradicts the official narrative, revealing a conspiracy far deeper than anyone imagined. Ava's relationship with Sonny Corinthos has always been complicated. They share a child and a begrudging respect for one another, yet they remain wary of each other's motives. Could Ava's discovery involve the Corinthos organization? Sonny is a powerful figure with deep roots in Port Charles, and his world is constantly threatened by rival gangs and internal power struggles. Ava's intel could potentially expose a vulnerability within Sonny's operation, putting him and his loved ones at risk. Alternatively, Ava's discovery could actually benefit Sonny. Perhaps she'll uncover information about a rival organization or a traitor within his inner circle, allowing him to preemptively strike and protect his empire. This would undoubtedly solidify their tenuous alliance, albeit one built on necessity rather than genuine affection. Another cornerstone of General Hospital is no stranger to secrets and intrigue. Could Ava's discovery be connected to a long-held Quartermain family secret? The Quartermains have a history of burying skeletons in their closet, from hidden inheritances to scandalous affairs. Ava's intel could potentially expose one of these secrets, shaking the foundation of the Quartermain family and altering their dynamic. Perhaps the information involves a hidden heir, a forgotten debt, or a long-lost love affair. Whatever the nature of the secret, its revelation would undoubtedly have far-reaching consequences for the Quartermains and their standing in Port Charles. Regardless of the specific nature of the intel, one thing is certain: knowledge is power, and in Port Charles, power comes with a price. Ava's discovery will undoubtedly put her in a precarious position, making her a target for those who want to keep the information hidden. She will need to tread carefully, weighing the risks and rewards of revealing what she knows. Who can she trust? Who will betray her? These are the questions that will plague her as she navigates this treacherous new landscape. Ava's past actions have created a network of enemies and distrustful allies, making it difficult for her to discern who is truly on her side. She will need to rely on her instincts and her cunning to protect herself and those she cares about. Nicholas is alive and being held captive. If Ava's intel reveals that Nicholas is alive and being held captive, it would reignite their relationship and force her to confront her feelings for him. It would also create conflict with other characters who have moved on in his absence, such as Elizabeth Weber. This could also involve a rescue mission, enlisting the help of allies like Sonny or even Valentin Cassadine. A Jerome family secret is uncovered. The revelation of a long-buried Jerome family secret could have significant repercussions for Ava and her relationship with her daughter, Avery. It could also bring old enemies out of the woodwork, forcing Ava to protect her family from danger. This scenario could also expose new criminal activities, requiring the intervention of the PCPD and potentially leading to arrests and further chaos. Sonny's organization is under threat. If Ava's intel exposes a vulnerability within Sonny's organization, it would force her to choose between protecting him and protecting herself. This could lead to a dangerous alliance or a bitter betrayal, depending on her priorities. This would also involve characters like Carly Corinthos, Jason Morgan, and the various members of Sonny's family. A Quartermain scandal is exposed. The exposure of a Quartermain scandal could shake the foundation of the family and create a power struggle for control of ELQ. This could involve characters like Michael Corinthos, Ned Quartermain, and Tracy Quartermain, and could lead to corporate intrigue and legal battles. This could also involve the revealing of a long-lost heir to the Quartermain fortune. Ultimately, Ava's discovery has the potential to shift the power dynamic in Port Charles. It could forge new alliances, break existing ones, and expose long-held secrets that will forever change the lives of those involved. The implications are far-reaching, and the consequences will undoubtedly be felt throughout the General Hospital universe. As Ava navigates this treacherous new landscape, viewers can expect drama, intrigue, and plenty of unexpected twists and turns. The only way to truly uncover the truth is to tune into General Hospital on April 4th and witness Ava's revelation firsthand. The drama is about to unfold, and you won't want to miss a single moment. Stay tuned for further updates and analysis as we delve deeper into the mysteries surrounding Ava's discovery. The truth is out there, and it's about to be revealed. Prepare for a wild ride. This single piece of information can change the lives of many. Tune in tomorrow to find out what will come of this new breaking development. This shocking reveal cannot be missed. Do not hesitate to check your local listings to be on time to view this new episode. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.